Hello, guys. Happy Sunday to you guys. Hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful evening. If anybody's been watching football today, which I know some people have, it's been an interesting day of football, to say the least of things. Some interesting teams won. My team got blown out significantly, which was expected. And yeah, it's been a interesting day today in general. Also, great news, guys. We're not looking at a landfalling hurricane, which is awesome. But what we do have here is two tropical systems side by side, which, interestingly enough, and this is something we talked about a lot this past couple days, is which models are going to win? Are we going to see an advance with the AI runs? Are the AI runs going to basically, pull this thing out and show, different things that the dermatistic runs, that the Euro doesn't show, does the GFS show? Yeah, it did. The AI won. The icon won. The models that we typically cast out as outliers won the go-round on where this system was going to go, because originally, 2 days ago, we were looking at major, major catastrophic impacts for the East Coast, and now we're looking at about 1 to 3 inches of rainfall and maybe some wind. That's literally it. There's not going to be much in terms of impacts with this system, and that's due to that proximity further to the southeast off the coastline here. They actually went ahead and got rid of the tropical storm alerts that were on the eastern side of Florida, so great news all around. The bad news is we still got till November 30th, the rest of hurricane season. So the good news is also, once these two systems get out of here late week, it will take some time for these storms to get out of here, but once they do get out of here, we don't have anything to quite look at in the future as of right now. There's not any tropical disturbances that we're looking out for right now, so we're going to go back to this quiet pattern, and that's a good thing. We'll take another quiet pattern. I can't say that's going to be the case as we get ready to go into the month of October, because as we get ready to go into October, we're going to start to see a lot of fronts moving through, severe weather ramp up, potentially some snowfall, and maybe closer to home tropical systems. We all remember Milton last year in the month of October. That was a catastrophic hurricane in terms of just what it did out in the Gulf. But anyways, in terms of the overall impacts in Tampa, it was a wild day. So yeah. But anyways, let's talk about here. Let's get a Tropics update out to you guys here. We do have Category 4 Hurricane Humberto just to the east of Tropical Storm Imelda. We did get Tropical Storm Imelda named earlier this morning around the 11 o'clock advisory. Both of these systems are going out to sea. You can see the cones here officially. If you can't see the cone, I don't know what else to tell you, but Imelda is expected to become a hurricane by Tuesday and go out to sea and actually make a landfall potentially in Bermuda. So otherwise, about 48 hours ago, we were looking at a landfall up here. That is no longer the case. We are not expecting really, other than some outer bands, some rainfall at times here on the East Coast, maybe even a little bit of rain pushing inland here, but nothing significant in terms of impacts, which is always great to see. But it's just very, very interesting that we have two tropical systems, guys. We have a Category 4 hurricane literally side by side by a tropical storm. We've been talking about how is this going to look? Is this going to be weird when we see this? And y'all can't tell me this does not look weird. It is definitely something we don't ever see really on a daily basis, and that is two tropical systems literally side by side. What's going to happen here is Humberto is moving faster, which was expected. As eventually Humberto crosses north here and moves north latitude-wise above what Imelda is doing, it's eventually going to yank Imelda out to sea. Now, we do think that that is, like I said, more than likely going to happen somewhere here between tomorrow night and early Tuesday morning. So right around 1 o'clock tomorrow, or not tomorrow morning, right around 1 o'clock on Tuesday into Wednesday morning, we should start to move this system east a little bit more, and once we do, it'll basically get tangled up here in that Fujiwara effect, and eventually end up going out to sea, like I said, with Humberto. So it looks crazy on the map here, and I know some people are going to be like, oh my god, there's two tropical systems, they're coming toward the United States. No, they're not. They are officially going out to sea. Like I said, we're really not even going to have too many impacts on the outside of Florida here. So I will say, though, Humberto is looking very, very, very fancy here on the satellite imagery, like I said. But guys, just remember, hurricane season is not done with. Just because, we get another close call here, probably the closest call so far this year, because like I said, we were expecting catastrophic impacts on the East Coast literally 48 hours ago. But like I said, models changed. We keep you guys updated with that, and good things happen and sometimes bad things happen. And so far this season has been very, very good to us, but I can't say that about the rest of the season, because as we go in to the month of October, this is where we have to look out for. That is the Caribbean, that is the Gulf. There's still also a couple models out there that do show a couple more waves coming off here, but that starts to shut down as we go toward the month of October. We still get a couple here and there, but we start to look at this region and here for tropical cyclone development. There are some ensembles out there that are showing something as we go toward the second, third week of October, but it's a little far ways out to really get into those details. So we'll talk more about that in the future. But like I said, HUmberto and Imelda here doing the Fujiwara, doing the dance here this evening. Like I said, we'll continue to see these tropical system conditions all the way through about Thursday, eventually becoming a hurricane, maybe even making a run at a Cat 2 hurricane by the time we get towards Thursday into Friday. And then eventually, like I said, both of these systems are forecasted to go out to sea. I believe also, let me take a look here. Let's see. I don't think I have the water. Actually, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it this way. Hold on a second. We'll switch over here. Where am I going? Where am I going? There. Oh, maybe. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. All right, so here is HUmberto. Like I said, Category 4 hurricane, still a very, very fancy storm, and it's actually going through an eyewall replacement cycle. A beautiful, beautiful buzzsaw, guys. This thing is massive. Imagine if this was coming toward the United States. We would be in a world of crud. But the thing about it is this is not going toward the United States, which is great to see. This would be a catastrophic disaster if that was the case. Like I said, going to move out to sea here. We're going to see some tropical storm conditions in and around Bermuda, but like I said, I'm not expecting anything in terms of anything too crazy here. Let's look at the color here. Wow. Very, very impressive. Like I said, you've got HUmberto here, and then you have Imelda right here. These are about 300 to 400 miles apart, really not that far. So like I said, you know, we'll keep tabs on it in case anything crazy changes, anything like that. Once again, there's the forecast cone expected to decrease, and it's supposed to basically weaken as it goes with time. Take a look at Imelda here. Imelda's doing the jiggle here. I don't even know right now. We're going to have to see this thing really get itself together. It is honestly fighting a little bit of shear and some dry air intrusion here on the west side, which is why this doesn't look that impressive. You can see some deep convection ongoing here tonight. We'll have to see how this transitions here, but once again, kind of a lopsided system, and that's what a lot of the models had the last couple days here. Developing the system is a lopsided system. We've got dry air intrusion here with a trough off to the west here, a weak trough, just pushing in that dry air. So this thing, like I said, is going to look pretty gross in terms of until it becomes a hurricane, maybe taking on some interesting characteristics once it becomes a hurricane. So we'll keep you guys updated with that there. Just taking a look at the track again. Like I said, we can see the center of circulation go as far outside as the cone here, more than likely in the middle, and then we'll see potentially, you know, a far west track. But Bermuda's going to have some impacts here. We could actually have a hurricane making landfall in Bermuda by Thursday, so Wednesday night into Thursday morning there. So that's something to make note of there as we go into the next couple of days. You know, guys, like I said, really just not a lot. I mean, it seems like we have a lot to talk about because we don't. Let's take a look as well here. Look at the National Hurricane Center. I believe the 8 o'clock update is now in. 9 miles per hour north, 998 millibars, and sustained winds at 40. Not seeing too much. Here are the rainfall forecasts here from WPC, and the worst rainfall is going to be up here into the Carolinas. 1 to 4 inches of rainfall at most. Not that big of a deal. There could be some low in flooding maybe in and around Charleston here. Those low-lying areas definitely need to be watching out, but well, I'm okay with this. We're okay with this, guys. So, like I said, we will have to watch this very carefully, just in case some changes happen. But I don't think we're really going to see any much in the way of that, though. So that will be interesting to keep note on. No watches, flood advisories, potentially for flash flooding here. Level 1, level 2 risk, potentially for some rainfall moving in. Not too worried about that. Let's take a look here at the models here. Take a look at the latest European model here. You can see both storms side by side. The second that, like I said, HUmberto moves north of Imelda here, that is going to start that Fujiwara effect and that yanking process of pulling this thing out to sea. And you can see on the Euro, there we go. Out to sea she goes. And then whatever it decides to do after that. And really, in reality, guys, all the way through next weekend, there's not much ongoing in the basin out here. Going to be pretty quiet once again in terms of tropics, at least as of right now, unless some things change, you know, down the road here. So taking a look as well at the 18Z GFS, moving a little bit closer. Excuse me. And then eventually GFS pulls it out to sea, and then there we go. I do want to make something on note, though. The GFS has been sort of kind of popping up, this little broad upper level low that could sit out here over the Gulf as we go towards next Friday and Saturday. There's not a lot of ensemble support on that quite yet right now. If anything changes, we'll keep you guys updated, but this is going to be the area that I want to start to watch as we go towards the first and second week of October. We could see something potentially develop up in here in this area. We'll just, like I said, see what happens here like that. So, not a lot to talk about here. The models do have a wave also coming off the coast by the following week around the 5th or 6th time frame. We'll have to watch here, maybe even some, tropical lows, maybe moving through the CAG here, but you'll see eventually this model will actually take it, into a tropical storm hurricane, and then, that's where it sits at. So we're going to really start to talk more about what's going to be happening in the United States here, because honestly, that's what we need to talk about. Let's talk about our upper level jet stream, because we haven't done this in a while because we've been focused on the tropics here, but upper level jet stream here, that 500 millibar. Let's just take a look here, see if we have severe weather coming, see if we've got anything like that on the table here for the next couple of days. Once this loads, that would be great. There we go. We do note here that we have a pretty strong upper level ridge here really in place here. We have an upper level low, very weak upper level low attached to a shortwave trough. Kind of can see that omega block pattern in there. This will be moving its way off to the east and basically fizzling out as we go to the early portions of this week. And then eventually this is where things get interesting. There goes our tropical systems. We start to see some pretty significant troughing coming in here around Thursday. And I want to start to watch for potential atmospheric river setups, especially here in California. You guys, could use some more rain here. But I do want to start to watch because this is kind of where that starts to trend, where we start to see those atmospheric rivers set up. And it does look to be that most of the United States through this really next week here is going to be pretty chill, pretty quiet. We'll have a dominating high pressure ridge kind of sitting here in place, keeping a heat dome locked over the area. And then eventually, like I said, what happens this weekend? Do we get severe weather this coming up weekend? Because this is a shortwave trough. This intrigues me just a little bit. We'll look into the details and all of the behind the scenes here in just a minute, but this would be a little nice little severe weather event potentially going in towards next Saturday, next Sunday around the 4th, 5th time frame. Not, set in stone quite yet, or literally, because this is a little far out. But there's something to note there. Also another little cold blast of air with a trough coming in here out of Canada. And then, going into the future here, it looks like the jet stream is going to get pretty amplified. And then after that, things get a little more uncertain. This is what I, don't want to see happen is this over here. This is, not great, but let's take a look here. Let's see if we've got moisture, what moisture is going to be doing as we go into this week as well. Also, guys, thank you for all the gifts as well. I do appreciate it very, 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 very much. Thank you. Thank you. Manders with the hat and mustache and all everybody else with the heartbeats. I appreciate it. Let me set a new gift goal up because that might be beneficial. There we go. All right, let's take a look at these dew points. Let's see what's going to happen. So clearly we're going to have moisture on the East Coast because there's lots of tropical moisture being pumped in. But let's see, as we go towards Friday and Saturday here, we're going to have that little shortwave trough on Sunday. Interesting. Okay, so we actually have a little area here where we could see some severe weather at. And it's crazy, too, because you've got dew points that are not basically flowing up out of the Gulf here. They're kind of detached, left over from being in place through much of this coming up week here. So this is interesting to see that. You said you typically would have like a flow of 60 degree, maybe even some 70 degree dew points flowing up in here, but it's basically like your dew points are kind of stuck. So that's interesting to note as we go into, next Saturday, next Sunday, potentially seeing some severe weather. Cold front moves through, and then we start to see that moisture stream potentially rebuild back up here, and we'll see how things go like that. We're going to start to enter the picture, guys. We're going to start to enter the time where we don't need a lot of instability and high dew points to get severe weather as we go into like the winter months. So like November, December, all of that. We'll talk more about that when we go into the future as well. Let's take a look at instability. Let's see if there's anything impressive with instability. Yeah, here's the issue. We don't have a lot of instability, and there's some here going into Saturday, maybe going into Sunday. I don't think there'd be too much of a severe weather event with this, at least as of right now, because of the lack of instability. What's up, Redbird? What's up, Justin? What's up, Broken Halo? Good to see you guys. Hope y'all are doing well on YouTube. Yeah, this is an issue. I don't see a lot of instability really at all on these models, and that's a little bit interesting too, because typically we do have that around here most of the time. Let's take a look at the Euro. Let's see what the European is doing with our troughing pattern. We'll zoom out here. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so European likes that short. Interesting. Okay, no, let me do 12Z. The Euro has a different setup going into next weekend. It has that trough way further to the south, which is something to note. Yeah, way different setup. So GFS had that trough way up here with the low. Euro has it down here. So that's a big difference. And that's why we can't really forecast too far out there as well. But that's something to make note of here. And the European then goes crazy hog wild with some upper level systems. And Jesus, wouldn't that be a doozy right there? Oh, goodness. That would be a severe weather and a half right there. That's like 20 days out. But anyways, what I'm getting at, guys, is the pattern is going to start to get active at some point. We're going to get there. And even when you see something like this, that's basically cold air coming out of Canada. So we really honestly going into this week right here, starting, this Monday and beyond, besides the tropics, we're not going to have a lot to talk about other than these two systems going out to sea. It's going to be pretty dad-jim quiet in the United States once again. And we'll take it. We'll take it after potentially almost getting a major hurricane up the East Coast. But that's good to hear. So yeah, I would eat your hurricane snacks right now. Yeah, I mean, you can, or you can save them because hurricane season's technically not quite over yet. We still have a long way to go here before we get anywhere near done there. Interesting enough, though, going into next week, though, European has a little bit of instability up in the Midwest. Yeah, so the Euro does have some instability, so we'll have to see. That would be an interesting setup and a half. I'm just going to take a sounding. Yeah, we'll talk more about this in the future. Woo! Guys, I'm getting to the point where if nothing happens weather-wise, like our tropical systems go out to sea, which is great. We love that. We don't want any hurricanes making landfall, but it's like there's no severe weather. There's nothing to talk about. We're back to the same old boring mess again, legitimately. Here are the 18Z GFS ensembles. Like I said, most of these taking our two systems out to sea, potentially something the next couple of days out here in the MDR again. And then we got to start to watch down here the gyro. Like I said, the CAG likes to spit out lows this time of the year. So that's something to also make note, potentially seeing some squigglies, going in that direction. And then we just got to mess out here. So like I said, not too confident on anything past, the next week or so here. Let's see. Okay, so the Deep Google AI models do have something. They have actually something down here in the Gulf we're going to watch through the 11th. Interesting. And then you got some model spread taking some systems out in this direction. So we are going to have some more systems that are going to either come off the coast of Africa or form in the Gulf as we go towards the middle of October. So that's something to take a note of as well. Not anything super crazy, but... Oh, man. I'm tired, guys. Oh my goodness. Can this make a landfall in South Carolina? No, probably not. Nope. There's not really any support in that happening. What we can do is take a look at short range models here. I'm curious to see what the HUR is spitting out for tomorrow. See how close this thing gets. Yeah, it literally just hangs off the coast here. Love it. Absolutely love to see this. This is awesome news. What's up, pretty Skeetles? So really, guys, like I said, other than these two tropical systems, there's not much to talk about. The United States will be pretty quiet this week. We'll start to see pattern changes come into the picture next week. We'll go back here, take a look at Imelda. This is really not that impressive of a storm either right now, at least personally to me. No, guys, neither one of these systems are making a landfall. They are going to be moving out to sea. Moving out to sea. So, that's always good to see, literally. All right. If you guys got questions on anything, feel free to ask me. I'm just going to kind of look at a couple more things here, see if we've got any changes on anything. Yeah, South Carolina rainfall totals, WPC has you guys at about 1 to 3 inches. It's not a lot. Why is... Oh, that's because we had that other tropical wave coming in. Yeah, right around 1 to 3 inches of rainfall up and down the whole, East Coast here. Not anything crazy. Greenville, North Carolina, 1 to 3. So, yeah, guys, what we're going to probably do this week, outside of talking about these two tropical systems, I don't know. What do y'all want to do this week? We're not really going to have any weather coverage. I don't know. I'm losing my mind again. So, Casey, thank you for all the roses and the heart me. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. About to just curl up in a ball and hibernate at this point. Like, legitimately. Diego, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Thought you already lost. All thanks, Steph. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Casey. Thank you. I appreciate you, bud. You're freaking awesome. Yeah, it's a definite miss. Yeah, both of these systems are going to go out to sea. I'm telling you guys. I love covering weather, but there ain't nothing to cover. Legitimately. God, me and Connor were like talking a couple weeks ago. We were like, when is it going to get busy? And we finally get two tropical systems to talk about, and then they dud out. I mean, granted, we're still going to talk about them, but in terms of like anything crazy happening, nope. So we don't have anything behind this system either that we're really watching. Head to the Gulf Shores next weekend. Think it'll be decent? Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Talk about winter. I mean, there's really not much to talk about either. I mean, some models have some snowfall in like the Rockies going towards October, but that's a little far out right now to kind of discuss that. So, oh man, they do have a recon in there right now. Let's see what recon's getting. I appreciate it, Casey. I appreciate it. Heck yeah, Claire, congratulations. That's freaking awesome. Heck yeah. I guess I can do some game streams this week. We can do that if y'all want to. I've been really getting into Fortnite the last couple days. Cat 4. HUmberto's Cat 4. Or HUmberto. Yeah, it's going to be another one of those time periods where unless severe weather happens, I think this week going into the first week of October is going to be pretty tame. Oh, guys, by the way, I literally start school in 2 months, which is crazy. I actually just had registration. I have registration for my classes tomorrow. For my one class that I'm taking in the spring, but Mezzo Matt goes back to school here soon. Woo. And get my freaking degree done, maybe. But oh, it is double XP weekend on COD still. That's right. I don't know, Justin. I haven't played COD in almost a week, dude. Like legitimately, I'm just waiting for the new one to come out at this point. I'm so over Black Ops 6. I'm not getting anything. It's like you get into that point where you know the new game's coming out and you're like, gosh. You're like, gosh. Oh. I took a picture of the sky in Iowa after a tornado. It's unbelievable. Oh, I bet it is. You get those modest clouds. Get those modest clouds. By the way, guys, because we haven't been live streaming a lot. If anybody is interested and you want to really support me on the TikTok stream here as well, become a super fan. It is much appreciated. It is $9.99 a month. It is a little bit up there. It's the way that TikTok changed their subscriptions over to super fans. It's basically still a sub, but if you would like to, it does go a long way and it does much appreciated. But if you would like to pay $4.99 a month, you can head over to YT, my YouTube channel, and you can become a member over there. So that is if you want to support, you can. I don't think so, Claire. I don't know. I haven't. It's so new. If you do become a super fan, you do get access to custom weather updates for your area if you would like those as well. Woo! Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't know. Actually, I don't know, Claire, can you? Let me look and see. I think you can. I am, Claire. I am on there as well. I don't know what I'm doing. Recon's not seeing much of any strengthening either. The system's so lopsided, it's fighting sheer. Oh, that's right, Justin. All the stuff moves over to the new one, doesn't it? I forgot about that, low-key. Did you see what happened in the Gulf today? It looked like a low pressure. Yeah, so the models had that too. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Yeah, the models had that too, which was also a little bit interesting. Okay, yeah, I may have to get into that again, Justin. I could do a Fortnite stream tonight if you guys really wanted me to, but it's up to y'all. Claire! Dude, I appreciate you. With the 20, is that a... Wait, hold on a second. I'm still new and trying to figure this out. Is that a super chat or did you become a member? That was a super chat. Let's freaking go with a $25 super chat, Claire. I freaking appreciate you. Guys, give Claire some freaking love. You do not have to do that. I appreciate that. That's my biggest one I think I've ever had on the stream. Very freaking much appreciated. Also, guys, if you guys have not followed me on Twitch as well, it's also linked in my bio. That's for my game streams. I'm trying to build my game streams up on there as well. So that link is also in my bio. If you guys would like to head there too, you can. But Claire, I really appreciate that again. Thank you. Thank you. You did not have to do that. You're my biggest one. You're my biggest super chat on there. I appreciate it. It's crazy too, guys, because the best way also, probably not supposed to say this, but if you do ever want to like donate or help support, head over to YT and the super chat is the best way because I actually get all of it. So I appreciate it beyond words, and it's customizable like to anything you want to send. $1, $2, $3, $4, whatever. It tremendous help, seriously. So we're going to see what happens. TikTok's going to have a lot of changes coming since we're getting that new deal thing done, I guess is what I heard. If I am not liking the new stuff that's coming, then we might be done on TikTok. I don't know. I've been going back and forth and debating whether or not I want to be full-time on YT only and be done with TikTok. I know we've been on here for a long time and we've grown and we've done all these things, but I feel like I do better over there than I do on here, and it's just stressful as heck sometimes on TikTok. I don't know yet. I'm kind of in the middle still on it on both. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, Preston, you can do all the way up to 500, which that would be insane, but nobody's going to do that. That's crazy. All of the guys, I will say this right now, I'm pushing for school right now, so everything that y'all send goes towards school. Doesn't mean you have to do it. It's all beyond appreciated. Beyond appreciated. But it all goes towards school, so. Y'all are not doing that. It's not happening. This is where I'll say I'll believe it when I see it, but you do not have to do that. Yeah. That would be huge though. That would basically pay for my class, literally for next semester, legitimately. Anyways, no. Mesomat's also trying to save up for a car because I literally don't have a vehicle, which is also fun. There's a lot of things Mesomat is saving up for, but I appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, I was gonna show y'all something before I. Hold on a minute. Literally, I'm losing my mind. Once again, Claire, I really appreciate the support. You are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, beyond words. Okay, bet, Claire. Will South Florida be affected by, no, you guys will be mostly okay. You'll see some swells. The rip currents will be an issue. But yeah, Justin, I might hop on here and do one. I might do it. I really need to start building the purple app up. I really, really do. I've been saying that I'm going to do it, and I've not had anybody to go over there and watch the streams. So I need to get 3 or 4 people to watch the stream for an hour, so that way I can basically get monetized over there. But I've yet to have anybody do that. I'm just trying to find extra ways to build income outside of weather when weather's not happening, because this is my full-time job. You guys understand. So yeah, I think it's three followers have to watch for like 1 hour or 2. I don't know, something along the lines of that. I have a whole other stream set up for that over there too. It's the link in my bio, Preston. Just literally go click on it. It's my bio. It's literally Mesomat on there. It's literally Mesomat's Gaming is what it is. Yeah, if you guys don't follow me on the purple app, TWITCH, it's Mesomat Gaming on there. Yeah, I need like 3 people to watch for an hour. Like legitimately, we can. I think it's an hour. Let me double check. I think it is. It's confusing. I'm so new to it. I don't even know how half the stuff on there works. You're good, Claire. You're fine. I'm gonna probably be ending the stream here pretty soon. Just want to get a little quick update out to everybody. I appreciate you again, Claire. Thank you for all the love. Let me look in. I'm trying to see. Yeah, we'll probably do, guys, if you're not following me on Twitch, that's where we'll do the gaming stream tonight. That's where we'll do our game stream tonight. We'll do it for like an hour or 2, and then I'm going to crash and go to bed. That's where I'll be doing all the streams at, most of the game streams at, because I've noticed if I do a gaming stream on TikTok, it throws the algorithm out because it's so used to me doing like weather related content. So we're just going to completely move all of the gaming streams over to Twitch. So if you haven't followed me on there and you want to watch those streams, make sure y'all do that. The link is in the bio, or you can just find it Mesomat Gaming. That's funny, Kristen. I love that though. That's a fun game too. Preston, thank you for following over there. I appreciate it. I saw the notification. I appreciate it. I'm like wobbling. I feel like the ocean over here with my camera. How's West Palm Beach looking, Jonathan? Right now, you guys are okay. You can have some wind, some general thunderstorms as this moves to the northeast, but I think you're gonna be fine. 2 big monsters next to each other, is this unusual? I would say so. It is. I've never seen this happen in the 24 years that I've lived on this planet. I've never seen a Cat 4 hurricane beside a tropical storm. But the good news is we're gonna see this move out to sea and then yank Imelda with it. Bye, Claire. Thank you guys again for all the love tonight. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. No, it is. It's all of the runs show it. There's not any runs that show it not going out to sea. I lied. I'm here. Welcome back, Claire. Welcome back. Yeah, that's what I was looking at too. Is the I saw that. I saw that King of Dad. Good to see you, by the way. I saw that on the GFS. You're talking about the one on the GFS that's been trending for the last couple days, right? The one that kind of pops up at the end of this week towards Saturday, I think. That's the one you're talking about, I think, right? Claire with the fireworks. Let's freaking go. I appreciate you. Icon CMCET on and off. Okay, I got you. Gotcha. Maybe I'm just stupid and was looking at the wrong thing. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I love your face. You're awesome. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I'll probably do like a little hour-long stream over there tonight, and then I'm gonna probably crash and go to sleep because I am tired and I want to start waking up early again in the mornings. I need to get back to going to the gym and working out because I've not been doing that and I've been slacking. That was the low that came off of Texas, I think, Brian, beginning of last week. Or, yeah. Or, no, it ended last week. This week. I'm losing my mind. They're both going out to sea. They're both going away from the United States. I appreciate you again, Claire. Thank you, thank you. You're sweet. So make sure you guys are following me on the Purple app. The link is in my bio. That's where we'll be doing our gaming stream tonight. I'm probably going to go shove, this is going to sound so bad, but I'm going to go shove a couple breadsticks down my throat from Little Caesars real quick from earlier that I ate for lunch. And then probably hop on and do a little game stream for just a little bit. We'll try it out over there again and see how it goes. 497, Preston. But if anybody would like to enjoy me shoving breadsticks down my throat, feel free to on stream tonight. It'll be great. That's the only content you're getting from me tonight. Excuse me? Was 497 times 2. You're looking at 994. I believe. Yeah, 994. It's actually, I changed it, Justin. It's Mesomat WX. It should be on there. Either Mesomat or Mesomat WX. I changed it so that way people know me and that when they see me coming. Does that mean, Preston, you're going to send me $994? I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That would be insane. Don't do that. Absolutely not. I have you on P. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you do, Justin, because we played COD before. I think you do. Yeah, good luck with that one. Good luck with that going through. So how do we think it's going to be? Both systems are going out to see White Flag. Guys, as you get used to watching me, if I've got anybody new in here, you will learn with me very easily. My tone of voice changes. I have urgency and I get really into it whenever we have something threatening the United States and when we're, you know, talking about a situation like this where both of these systems are going to go out to sea. I'm pretty chill and pretty calm because I don't have to like stress and like be like, hey, get ready, get ready, get ready. Manders, we're about to stream on the Purple app in just a few minutes. I need to get a couple people in there. That way I can get affiliated. I need people to watch and comment, engage in there. Be pretty cool. Oh, Nessa, good to see you, by the way. I'm glad you made it in here. Nessa, I need to follow you. You're the one on my team. Yeah, Vanessa, you're the one on my team, right? I want to double check. You're my newbie. Yay. You'll just have to accept my request once I got you. It's so crazy. I feel like I've seen you so many times and I just now realized that was you, which is wild, legitimately. It tells you how much I pay attention. Like, honestly, it tells you how much I pay attention. That's fine, Manders. That's fine. I'm hiding. Well, there's also times where we get so many Dad Gym concurrent viewers in here, it gets clouded out like crazy. There's gonna be a system to watch the golf next week potentially. There goes. There like it like barely brings any rainfall inland. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, they took it away too, Preston, because of the update. Yeah, there's literally nothing after this. There's literally nothing to talk about. Which means we'll be doing lots of game streams. Swerve. Yeah, swerve. Well, I'm glad we don't have to cover because I'm going to tell you guys right now, this was about to be an exhausting week. I was ready to do 80 hours of weather coverage nonstop starting yesterday, but the models shifted and we no longer have landfall happening. So that basically allows for my week to be opened up and not stressful. I love covering weather, but when we have hurricanes that make landfall, it is exhausting. Exhausting. It is just go, go, go for days and days and days because we get people ready, we cover it through, and then we cover the aftermath. So I'm honestly grateful that this is not happening because we would all be exhausted. I would be exhausted. I would not be sleeping. I would be gone. So it would not be fun. So once again, guys, before we wrap it up here, if you've not followed me on Twitch, we're going to be doing a game stream tonight here in just a little bit on there. Run some Fortnite, maybe some COD. We'll see what happens. Depend on what I'm in the mood to do. And then really this week, not a lot going on. I'll have weather video updates to you guys each day. I don't know how much there'll be to talk about, but we'll still do those updates. But yeah, we'll do that. If you would like to support me, you can either become a super fan on TikTok or become a member on YouTube. $4.99 a month on YouTube or $9.99 here on TikTok. Right now, it's going to be pretty quiet after this. There's a wave I'm watching that's going to come off the coast of Africa that could have potential. And then I think this week, Monday through Sunday of this coming up week here, starting tomorrow, pretty chill. And then it's really that second and third week of October that I want to watch for something potentially. Not anything to worry about anytime soon, though. So, can it move more west? It could. I don't see that happening. So I want you guys to remember the second that Humberto moves north of the latitude line, because they're basically side by side right now in terms of their longitude and latitude here. But the second that Humberto climbs to the north here, or moves to the north, which is going to happen here pretty soon, it's going to yank Imelda to the east because of the Fujiwara effect. So it's basically allowing for none of this to be impacted in terms of like a landfall or anything. So Gabby, good to see you. Thank you for the tiny dining in the rose. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. So we got out of a big one, because this was going to be, and I mean this full-heartedly, this was going to be a catastrophic event for the East Coast if this would have played out. Like, we were looking at double-digit rainfall totals in the 20s. This was going to be a horrific event. They had Jim Cantori down in Charleston ready to go, so he gets to go home. Like, if that tells you guys anything. And we had the most amazing miracle, whatever you want to call it, that changed yesterday, and that's huge. Huge. So the models did great, at least in terms of trying to get us a better idea. It took some time, but we finally got to that point where we could, have a good figure out of where it's going to happen. So But guys, I'm going to get off here and go eat something real quick, and we'll have a live stream on Twitch. We're going to do a game stream tonight. Remember, if you'd like to watch me game, if you want to hang out in game, follow me on Twitch, the purple app. The link is in my bio, Mesomat Gaming. I would love to have you guys come over there and hang out with us. We can talk really anything on there. We're going to do some gaming. I might run some games with you guys, the viewers. But yeah, we're going to be on there a lot this week, just because there's not going to be too much happening with the weather. So I'll have updates out to you guys if things change or if we get anything. But until, you know, we get severe weather season grinding or we get another tropical system to watch that could threaten our area, we'll be kind of MIA again. So I'll still get on here and do like TikTok streams with you guys here and there, and we'll do weather updates here and there. But once again, this will probably be one of those weeks where we have a pretty quiet off week, and then as we go into October and November and we see fronts come through and, you know, snow and severe weather start to enter the picture, we'll start to talk a lot more then. So it's nice to have it, because at this time last year we were dealing with my hometown getting basically obliterated. So that's always good to see that that's not happening. So, but I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. My weather team, thank y'all for hopping in for just a little bit. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. Even though, you know, you had you guys ready to go for a long week, I'm glad that's not happening. So I appreciate you all being here. You guys are an awesome team. My lovely, lovely followers and viewers and subs and members. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got for y'all. So, all right, I'll see y'all on the purple app here in about 30 minutes. Love y'all. Goodbye.